Okay, welcome back. As I have reviewed my videos that I shot, I found a couple of places where I need just to make a little bit of a clarification. One thing that occurred to me was with the picture frames that we have created. If we pull that up and look at it, the new artwork, of course, that we've been working on, our textures for that artwork are in our on root directory here. For me, it was data, textures, Baylock, and then paintings, and that is painting 01 and the normal for that. However, the actual picture frame, the wooden part of the picture frame, it occurred to me, is actually pulling its texture from the original directory for that modder's resource. So that texture is actually being pulled from Axe, paintings, and then it is actually this texture down here that is frame LC0101.dds. Well, you may think, well, why is that such a big deal? Well, if you uploaded your mod in this configuration the way it is right now, and one of your users downloaded the mod and did not have this resource pack installed in their game, then they would have a missing texture where that picture frame is. So I apologize for the oversight on that. It just didn't occur to me till I started thinking about it later. But it's very easy to fix. We'll just have to create a new texture set for each of our frames, just like we did the texture set for the artwork. So we're going to go through that really quickly. So the main thing you want to do first is you want to be sure that you're pulling the proper texture for the frame that you're using. We've used this one all along, so let's go ahead and stay with it. And you can open it up in GIMP, and as you can see, that is the very same texture that this frame is using right here. So we know that that is the correct texture. And what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the original directory here for the resources, your resource directory, and copy these two files. It's frame LC0101.dds and frame LC0101_n.dds. And you can paste those back over in your mods directory, which again in my case is Baylock and then paintings. And I have already done that, and I have renamed them to correspond with the painting that I'm using to use that frame. So we've got Baylock frame 01 and then Baylock frame 01_n. So what we will do now is we'll go to the construction kit, and we will just create a new texture set just like we did before. So go down and click on texture set, right click and hit new, and I want to name that Baylock frame 01 texture set, and hit OK. And then what we can do now is just go back up here and hit edit, and I just want to point these two textures, the diffuse and the normal, just like we did before, to that picture frame. So it comes right up in the last directory that we had up. So there is my Baylock frame for the diffuse, and this is my normal file for the normal. And you could really see there, because this frame has a lot of depth to it, you could see that that normal file has a lot of bumps on it. So just hit OK. And now we want to go back to our static and change the texture that it is using for the frame to our new texture set. So you can see here before, this is the texture set that we added in that is for our artwork. So we just need to change the frame. So hit new, and then I can filter by Baylock and find my frame 01 texture set, hit OK. Won't look like it changed anything because it's the exact same texture. It's just pulling it from my mods directory now instead of Axe's directory for this particular modder's resource. So you'll need to do that with each of your frames. just to make sure that you're not pulling that texture for the frame itself from your resource directory, and it's all self-contained within your mod. So I can hit OK twice and then go ahead and save my plugin. Now, one other thing I thought of as well, when we were actually doing the artwork in GIMP, and we had scaled that image down to 512 by 256, and I placed it on that wall in my player's tower, and I thought, well, you know what, if I scaled that picture up in game, it would fit that wall a little better. I haven't looked through all the other frames. I'm sure there are probably some bigger ones, but if you get in a situation where you've got a really large wall and you want a really, really large painting to go on that wall, I don't think it would necessarily be a bad idea to, instead of using like a 512 by 256 size file, go ahead and double that to 1024 by 512. You'll have a lot better resolution in your picture, especially like say if you're going to scale it, 1.2, 1.5 size, or even two times bigger than the normal static picture frame is. So that's just a couple of final thoughts. I'm sure there are probably more that I'll think of later on. If you have any questions, be sure and just go ahead and ask, and I'll do my best to try to answer them for you. I'm far from being a graphics or modding guru, but everything we're really pretty much working on here is all kind of beginner, entry-level 101 stuff. So if I don't know the answer, we can certainly find it from somebody. There's plenty of people out there that can help us find the answer if necessary. So be sure and comment, and thanks a bunch.